The text came through while I was in surgery. Closing went perfectly. Got the $900,000 loan. This is going to save my business. Family dinner tonight to celebrate. You better show up. Ashley. I was a cardiac surgeon at Mass General, 3 hours into a complex valve replacement. I couldn't look at my phone until 4:47 p.m. when I finally scrubbed out. By then, Ashley had sent 6 more messages, each more celebratory than the last. The final one included a photo. Ashley at a closing table surrounded by Mom, Uncle Derek and Aunt Patricia, everyone holding champagne glasses. The caption read, $900,000 secured against the Nantucket house. Beach Boutique Luxury Resorts is officially funded. Thanks for being a great co-owner, sis. Clinking glasses beach with umbrella. I stared at the photo for 30 seconds before my hands started shaking. I didn't co-own the Nantucket house. I was the sole owner. My grandmother had left it to me, only me, when she died 4 years ago. The deed was clear. The trust documents were explicit. Ashley had received Grandma's Boston condo and her investment portfolio. I called Ashley immediately. She answered on the second ring, laughing. Lena. Finally. Where were you? We're at Mom's celebrating. Ashley, what did you just do? I got the loan. Atlantic Coastal Bank approved $900,000 against the Nantucket property. It's amazing. The house appraised at $2.1 million, so the loan-to-value ratio was perfect. They fast-tracked everything. You can't get a loan against a house you don't own. Silence. Then, what are you talking about? We're co-owners. Grandma left it to both of us. No. She left it to me. You got the condo. That's not what Mom said. Mom showed me paperwork. We're listed as joint tenants with right of survivorship. My stomach dropped. What paperwork? The deed amendment. From 2020, right before Grandma died. It added me as co-owner. Her voice got defensive. Look, the bank verified everything. They checked the county records, they reviewed the documents, they had their legal team approve it. If I wasn't a co-owner, they wouldn't have given me the loan. Ashley, Grandma never amended the deed. I have the original. Then you have an outdated version. Mom has the amended one, properly filed and notarized. She paused. Lena, I really need this money. Beach Boutique Luxury Resorts is my dream. I've been planning it for 3 years. This loan makes it possible. Don't ruin this for me. You just took out a $900,000 loan against my house. Our house. And technically I'm responsible for the payments. You won't have to do anything. Ashley, if you can't make payments, they'll foreclose. On my property. That's not going to happen. My business plan is solid. I have investors, I have properties lined up, I have everything mapped out. I'd heard this before. Ashley was 34, 2 years younger than me. She'd started 7 businesses in the past decade. All had failed. Mom had bailed her out each time, to the tune of roughly $300,000 total. Now Ashley was betting $900,000 on business plan number 8. Using my house as collateral. I'm calling the bank, I said. Don't you dare. If you interfere, you'll destroy my business before it even starts. Mom said you'd do this. She said you've always been jealous of my entrepreneurial spirit. I hung up and immediately called Atlantic Coastal Bank. After navigating through 4 automated menus, I reached a loan officer named Kenneth Price. Mr. Price, my name is Dr. Lena Morrison. I believe my sister just closed a loan using my property as collateral without my authorization. I'm sorry, Dr. Morrison, but I can't discuss specific loan details with non-parties to the transaction. I am a party. It's my house. The Nantucket property at 47 Cliff Road. I'm the sole owner. Silence. Then, ma'am, according to our records, the property is jointly owned by Ashley Morrison and Lena Morrison. We verified this with county records and reviewed the deed before approving the loan. That's impossible. I have the original deed. It shows only my name. We have an amended deed dated November 2020. It added Ashley Morrison as joint tenant. That deed is fraudulent. My grandmother died in December 2020. She never amended anything. More silence. Dr. Morrison, if you're alleging fraud, I need to transfer you to our legal compliance department immediately. Within 20 minutes, I was on a conference call with Atlantic Coastal Bank's legal team. Kenneth Price, A woman named Barbara Chin who introduced herself as senior fraud investigator, and a man named David Walsh, chief legal counsel. Barbara spoke first. Dr. Morrison, you're claiming the deed we relied on for this loan is fraudulent? Yes. My grandmother's trust was irrevocable. The Nantucket house was designated for me alone. I have the original deed, the trust documents, and my grandmother's attorney's contact information. Can you send us those documents immediately? I'll send them right now. But I want to know, how did Ashley get a deed amendment that doesn't exist? David Walsh answered, if someone provided us with falsified county records, that's a serious crime. We'll need to investigate before we can determine next steps. I scanned and emailed everything within 10 minutes. The original deed showing sole ownership, Grandma's irrevocable trust dated 2015, the attorney's certification letter from the estate closing. Everything clearly showed the Nantucket property transferring only to me. Barbara Chin called back 37 minutes later. Her voice was tight. Dr. Morrison, we have a significant problem. The deed your sister provided shows a file stamp from Nantucket County Clerk's office dated November 12, 2020. We've just contacted the clerk's office. They have no record of any deed amendment filed on that date or any date in 2020 for your property. So it's fake. It appears so. We're also examining the notarization. The notary listed is a woman named Helen Rodriguez from Hyannis. We're attempting to contact her now. What happens to the loan? If the collateral documentation is fraudulent, the loan is void. We'll freeze the disbursement immediately and initiate a full forensic review. She paused. Dr. Morrison, did you sign any documents related to this loan? No. Nothing. The loan file contains your signature on 3 documents: a co-owner consent form, a title acknowledgement, and a hazard insurance authorization. Are you saying those signatures aren't yours? My hands went cold. I never signed anything. I didn't even know about the loan until an hour ago. Then we're looking at forgery in addition to deed fraud. I'm escalating this to our executive fraud team and contacting law enforcement. The next 6 hours were chaos. Atlantic Coastal Bank froze the $900,000 disbursement, most of which Ashley had already wired to various business accounts. Barbara Chin called back at 9:15 p.m. with an update. Dr. Morrison, our forensic document examiner, has compared the signatures on the loan documents to your verified signature from your medical license and hospital credentials. They're not even close. Whoever forged your signature didn't try very hard. How did this get through your approval process? That's what we're investigating. The loan officer who handled this, Kenneth Price, is being questioned. Either he was negligent or complicit. She paused. But here's the bigger issue. We found 15 separate forged documents in the loan file. The amended deed, 3 signature pages, county filing stamps, notarization certificates, title insurance forms, property tax records, all fabricated. 15 documents? Ashley couldn't have created all that herself. No. This level of sophistication suggests she either hired someone or obtained the documents from a fraud ring. We're contacting the FBI. This appears to be part of a larger mortgage fraud operation. What about the money Ashley already spent? We're pursuing full recovery. We've frozen all accounts connected to Ashley Morrison and any business entities she controls. We've also filed an emergency motion to place a lien on any property she owns. Barbara's voice hardened. Dr. Morrison, your sister attempted to steal your house and committed federal bank fraud in the process. She's facing serious prison time. Ashley called me at 11:43 p.m. screaming. What did you do? The bank froze everything. I can't access any money. They're saying the loan is void. You ruined me. You forged my signature on 15 documents and tried to mortgage my house without my knowledge. Did you think there wouldn't be consequences? I didn't forge anything. Mom handled the paperwork. She said everything was legal. Mom created fake deeds and forged my signature? She said she was correcting an oversight. Grandma meant to leave the house to both of us. The trust was just worded wrong. Mom was fixing it. By committing felony fraud. It's not fraud if it's what Grandma wanted. You're being selfish. I need this money. I have investors expecting returns. I have property deposits already paid. If this loan doesn't go through, I'll lose everything. You already lost everything when you decided to forge documents and steal my property. She started sobbing. Please, Lena. Call the bank. Tell them it was a misunderstanding. Tell them you gave permission. I'll cut you in on the business, 20% equity. Please. No. What you did is illegal. I'm not covering for you. Said you'd do this. She said you've always been jealous that I'm an entrepreneur. That I take risks while you just collect a salary. I'm a cardiac surgeon. I save lives. You forge documents and commit fraud. I hung up. The fallout was swift. The FBI opened an investigation within 48 hours. They discovered Mom had paid $18,000 to a document forger in New Jersey who specialized in estate corrections, fake deeds, forged signatures, fraudulent notarizations. The forger had clients across 6 states. Mom was arrested first, then Ashley. Both were charged with mortgage fraud, forgery, wire fraud, and conspiracy. The bank added civil claims for $900,000 plus damages. At Mom's arraignment, her attorney argued she was trying to honor her mother's wishes and correct an unfair inheritance distribution. The prosecutor presented the 15 forged documents and my grandmother's crystal-clear trust language. Bail was set at $150,000. Uncle Derek posted it. He called me afterward. Lena, how can you let your own mother sit in jail? Family helps family. Family doesn't commit fraud against family, I said. Your grandmother spoiled you. Left you the best property. Your mother was just evening things out. By breaking the law. Multiple felonies. You're destroying this family over a technicality. I hung up and blocked his number. The trials happened 8 months later. Mom and Ashley both took plea deals to avoid trial. Mom got 18 months in federal prison plus $400,000 restitution. Ashley got 2 years plus $500,000 restitution and 5 years probation. The document forger got 6 years. Atlantic Coastal Bank settled with me for $75,000 to cover my legal fees and the nightmare of dealing with the fraud. They also fired Kenneth Price, the loan officer who'd approved the loan without proper verification. Family reaction was predictable. Aunt Patricia posted on Facebook about how greed tears families apart. Uncle Derek sent me a long email about forgiveness, without mentioning the 15 forged documents. Cousin Jamie called me cold-hearted. None of them offered to help when Mom and Ashley were facing federal charges for crimes they actually committed. I'm still in Boston, still at Mass General, still saving lives in the OR. The Nantucket house is still mine, secured with enhanced title monitoring and fraud alerts. I added biometric locks and a security system that would make Fort Knox jealous. Mom was released last month after serving 14 months. She moved in with Aunt Patricia. He sent me one letter. Lena, I hope you're satisfied. You sent your own mother to prison over a house. Your grandmother would be ashamed. I didn't respond. Grandma had been explicit in her trust. The Nantucket house was mine because she knew Ashley would sell it or leverage it for doomed business ventures. Grandma had watched Ashley fail repeatedly and wanted to protect at least one asset from her chaos. The trust worked exactly as designed. Last week, I established the Morrison Family Trust Fraud Prevention Fund, providing legal resources for people whose families attempt estate fraud against them. First year budget, $200,000. Because sometimes protecting what's yours means letting family face the consequences of their crimes. Even when they're your mother and sister.